with the pressure from the French and from other corners of the world, why was this ultimately unsuccessful in getting Edgardo back to his family?
It's interesting. The Pope himself was kind of politically naive, you might say. And he had, however, a very strong number two, his Secretary of State, Cardinal Antonelli. And Antonelli actually tried to convince him to find an excuse to release the child. So the Pope, the idea from the Pope's point of view was the law of the church, canon law, was very clear from his point of view that a Jewish child had been baptized, is now Catholic. To return that child to a Jewish family, they would almost surely be guilty of apostasy, which is a terrible sin, backsliding away from Catholicism and into Judaism. So Antonelli suggested, well, you could find an excuse. For one thing, it wasn't entirely clear he had been baptized. The claim was that a family servant, a teenage illiterate Christian girl, had thought that the child, back when he was 1 year old, was sick and might die, and therefore furtively, without anybody knowing, baptized him herself. But what if she really didn't? Because there are various reasons to think maybe she made up the story. That's all they would have had to say in order to release the child. But the Pope stood firm. He said he believed the child had been baptized, and that he could lose his kingdom, but it was more important to stick with Catholic theology and Catholic doctrine.